Dum 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 dum. Hello. I just literally recorded, or thought I was recording, my reaction to Pitta, The Nation, and I was in my closing comments for the video. Then I realized it wasn't even recording. So I didn't really want to re-record it, pretending like it was my first reaction, because I literally just did the reaction, and it was my plan to come back to the video, like maybe a couple months in the future, and I would just do some other video for now. Because once I've heard a few songs, I could come back to this song and it will be fresh in my mind, or more fresh. I would have forgotten most of it by then, probably. But I come back to the Pitta video, the comment section, looking for another song by Pitta I could react to, but it seems no one else has given any suggestions, so unless some of these Korean comments are requests, but to my memory, none of the Korean comments actually give a request. They're usually just compliments, so, or praises of Pitta, of the artist. So yeah, that was a waste of time, basically, when I don't really have much time. So that's annoying. I couldn't even do that. I thought I was recording, but I failed even that. But so because I can't find another video, another request for Pitta, I'm just gonna do the same video that I just watched. I could probably go to his channel and find something, but I'll just stick with this. This was requested by because it makes sense if I only had one request on the video in the comments by Yanni. I really recommend The Nation by Pitta. Anyway, thank you for choosing Dandelion as your reaction. So yeah, here we go. By the way, Pitta was unexpectedly quite popular on my channel. I've only done 2 reactions, but last time I wanted to do a reaction to everybody from Forestella individually, so I did Pitta, Bae Do-hoon, and Cho Min-ju, and Kang Hyung-ho, and Ko Woo-rim. But if you look, it seems Pitta seems to be the most popular out of the videos I've done, so that was surprising. Got the most views, 180 likes, 215 likes, whereas, Ko Woo-rim got 69 likes, Cho Min-ju got 56 likes, Bae Do-hoon got 50 likes. So Pitta has outperformed the other members of Forestella. It may just be due to the song choices that I reacted to. Phantom of the Opera is very famous, but Dandelion was his own song. But that's surprising. I thought, I was told the one with the deep voice was the most popular, and the one with the high voice, Min-ju. But actually, someone told me that Pitta actually has the highest voice. That's why he did Phantom of the Opera. So that's interesting. It'd be interesting to know the range on the high end between Pitta and Min-ju. They could have a high note contest if they haven't done it already. Anyway, The Nation. Just checking if I'm recording this time. Yep, let's go.
Place we dreamed of heartbeats aside.
I just realized this tone of voice right here reminds me of Joe Shun, the Chinese singer who I've reacted to on my channel. It's that same kind of light voice, and it's intriguing how I didn't think of that the first time I just watched the video, but I'm now thinking it, which is weird.
손에 잡힐 듯 가까워져 불빛 한 틈 살 수 없어 I'm ready for this fight I used to be like a light It has to be here tonight We know we'll be the nation
And I said last time, this part right here reminds me of I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. And I would sing it, but I wouldn't right now because I am self-conscious of all things, big and small. It's kind of gory. I don't remember seeing this blood last time. Interesting, the new details that I've seen. So this is clearly looks like a video game. And I was saying I don't know whether it's actually a real game or if this was all just made for this video. I would assume it's actually a real game and he's singing the soundtrack, you know.
This battle decides on reason We don't hide from the red drum Don't let me down, there's no time for mistakes We'll never give up and turn that away
Yeah, it's a real soft voice at times, pure voice, and a real vicious kind of voice at other times, that grit to his voice, gritty. This reminds me of the Borg cube from Star Trek, because it's just hovering there. He reminds me of Thor, and he has all these powers, abilities. I watched Doctor Strange yesterday, so that was full of kind of magic tricks too. He has a real versatile voice, which was very evident in Phantom of the Opera, his range and tones. And I like the feel of this. It's really kind of thrilling.
This is the way we survive Taking a breath Unleash your sigh 안개가 모두 거칠 때까지 어둠을 떨쳐 나를 던져 We'll face the world and rise I used to be like a light It has to be here tonight We know we'll be the nation This battle decides on reason We don't hide from the red drum Don't let me down, there's no time for mistakes We'll never give up and turn that away
So it's very interesting seeing a music video because I've never seen a music video by anyone from Forestella except for, well, there was the one by Minji, which was kind of a music video, but this seems like a more high budget, I guess, although it seems just to be footage from the game and just like a black background where he's performing, or different color backgrounds. So I'm not sure. Seems actually quite a simple video if it's just footage captures from the game. But yeah, still very different vibe from anything that I've seen him do in Forestella. Well, Forestella has some rock kind of songs and different kind of songs. But I'm just not used to seeing him on his own, you know. But it's certainly a very different song to Dandelion. You know, there's like total opposite vibes. That was very airy and light and mostly high voice all the way through. Whispery. This one's much more hard and I think there's probably more variation in his voice and more grit, and musically totally more charging.
Don't let me down, there's no time for mistakes. We'll never give or return them the way. This is the way we survive.
This kind of voice here at the end is the type you can imagine in some kind of epic quest game or movie. You know, in the soundtrack, they always have these kind of voices, operatic almost voices, if not straight opera voices. You can imagine hearing something like this in the background of a game like this. It's fitting, but it's you know, hearing all of that rock music and that grit and then coming into this airy voice shows, you know, versatility. Picture the Nation. At first I thought maybe The Nation is the name of the game. I don't know, maybe he did the entire soundtrack, maybe he just did one song, contributed. Universal Music Group, Pearl Abyss Arts and Artists. So, is he part of a label with Universal, or is that just to do with the game? Pearl Abyss is probably the game. But yeah, his voice reminded me of We Are the Champions, I think it was, the Queen cover that I reacted to probably last month, maybe. Forestella covered that song, and he was the one who was really going for the grit. I remember he really stood out in that song. Probably the first time he stood out the most in that song from what I've reacted to so far. He was really getting into the character and the voice of, you know, almost emulating Freddie's voice in the song and really going for it. And we had some of that grit in this song as well, of his own song, I'm presuming. I did see in the credits, artist and producer Pitta. It says the lyrics by whoever this is, and composed by whoever this is, and arranged by whoever this is. And all of these down here, I went through all of them earlier. Film production, V from J Studio. Vocal edited by someone. That seems a bit suspicious. How was it edited? But yeah, I enjoyed listening to this and the vibe of this and the visuals of this. It wasn't too long either. I think it was the right length of time. So yeah, thumbs up. I don't know anything about this character. It reminded me of Skyrim, some of this footage, and which I played on my gaming channel, which I haven't played on. I haven't uploaded anything in a while over there because of lack of space and time, sort of. So if this was an actual game, it would be interesting to see where I could actually find a game and maybe try it out. But I probably wouldn't get around to it anyway for a long time, given my track record. If you have any more suggestions for Pitta or anyone, let me know below. Give this a thumbs up if you'd like. I'm giving this one a thumbs up. And give me your thoughts below. Bye.